If you've ever felt like your goals are just constantly out of reach, well, the concepts we're going to cover today are going to completely flip how you approach achieving them.
I want to hit you right out of the gate with this incredibly powerful hook from 1948. It fundamentally challenges everything we're traditionally taught about how goals are actually achieved. Experience in imagination what you would experience in the flesh. Think about that for a second. We're usually taught to work tirelessly in the physical world towards some future goal, right? But this proposes the exact opposite. You actually have to experience the end result first in your imagination before it can ever take physical form.
So, the mind behind this bold claim is Neville Goddard. And while his teachings can sometimes seem, deeply mystical, he was a former Broadway dancer who learned these techniques from an eccentric rabbi, believe it or not, our goal today is to distill all of his philosophy into a highly practical, no-nonsense methodology. We're going to extract the exact psychological mechanics he taught, giving you a literal formula that you can apply tonight.
Here is our roadmap for today's explainer. 1. The power of your imagination. 2. Step 1. Define your desire. 3. Step 2. The scene of fulfillment. 4. Step 3. The sleep-like state. And finally, 5. The secret, the wish fulfilled.
Okay, let's dive into part 1. The power of your imagination. Shifting from desire to assumption.
The absolutely crucial shift you've got to make begins with your phrasing. Saying, "I want," implies that you don't currently have the thing, right? It's literally a state of lack. According to this framework, you don't get what you want, you get what you are conscious of being. You have to claim "I am" before the physical evidence even exists.
And to take that whole I am concept and actually apply it in real life, Goddard provides a strict 3-step psychological formula to alter your future. It goes like this: define your desire, construct the event, and immobilize the physical body.
Which brings us to step 1. Define your desire, knowing exactly what you want.
As the source text points out, simply saying, "I want to be successful" is entirely too vague. Successful at what? In what industry? What does that actually look like for you? You've got to act as the author of your own play here. You have to define precisely what that success looks like in your everyday life. You need a detailed, super specific objective that leaves absolutely no room for confusion in your subconscious mind.
Moving on to step 2, the scene of fulfillment, constructing the event.
Let me give you a concrete example of how this works. If your specific goal is to get a major job promotion, you don't visualize yourself working hard at your desk or nervously sweating through an interview. No. Instead, you construct a scene where a friend or colleague is shaking your hand, enthusiastically congratulating you on the new role. The promotion is already a done deal. You're experiencing the immediate aftermath.
Now, to make this mental scene actually work, there are some pretty strict rules you need to follow. It has to be a single, condensed action involving yourself. So if it said handshake, just do the handshake. Don't go to a whole victory party in your mind afterward, because your attention is just going to wander. Do that single action over and over until it takes on the distinct solidness of reality. Or, hey, if you struggle with visualization, you can actually condense the feeling into a single emotional phrase and repeat it over and over, like, "Isn't it wonderful?" or "Thank you."
And that leads us right into step 3, the sleep-like state, immobilizing the physical body.
While you're settling into a chair or your bed and getting drowsy, you need to ask yourself this one pivotal question. How would I feel right now if my desire were already realized? This question is literally designed to completely monopolize your attention. It forces your mind away from the physical room you're sitting in and drops it directly into the reality of your fulfilled goal.
Goddard calls this the soporific state. It's basically a deep, sleepy relaxation where you can still control your thoughts without effort. And guys, this is vital. You must actively participate in your scene here and now. You are not looking at yourself on a movie screen from a distance. You are looking out from your own eyes, feeling the actual physical sensation of that handshake in your imagination, right here, right now.
Finally, let's talk about number 5, the secret, the desire already fulfilled, the feeling.
The absolute core of this entire framework is the feeling of the wish fulfilled. It's not just about painting pretty mental pictures. It is entirely about the psychological state of assumption. Assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled as you drift off to sleep is the ultimate command. It launches the embodiment process, effectively forcing your physical reality to mold itself to your new internal assumption.
But what happens when you wake up?
Well, this is where so many people fail. You've got to carry this feeling of the wish fulfilled right into your waking day. You must act with a sublime spirit of confidence. And perhaps the most challenging part of all this, you must totally ignore any physical, sensory evidence around you that denies your fulfilled desire. You literally walk through your day living in complete harmony with the assumption that it is already done.
I want to leave you with this really provocative thought from our source material to just kind of ponder tonight before you fall asleep. Consciousness is the only reality. If this framework holds true, if the physical world is merely a delayed reflection of what we hold in our minds, then I have to ask you, what are you choosing to be conscious of right now? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I highly encourage you to test this 3-step method for yourself tonight. See what happens.